to the 2-minute drill with Jay Ham.
Give me time, we'll hit the touchdown here. 36, 18, 30.
The yoke shall be destroyed because of the anointing.
That anointing oil, just call me the oil man, oiled up like a bodybuilder, Houston Oiler, Warren Moon mode. What is the anointing? Well, the anointing is the most overused and misunderstood word in all of Christianity. You hear everyone talking about the anointing this, the anointing that, that was anointed. People don't even know what anointing is. So the question is, what is the anointing? Well, as you can see, I got this anointing oil here from Jerusalem, and quite simply, anointed means chosen, selected, or the presence of God. You know, they call Christ the Messiah, which means the anointed one or the chosen one. It's the one selected, chosen by God, the one with God's Spirit. Quite simply, you cannot separate God's Spirit from the anointing. It's a covering. Something that is anointed belongs to God and has the Spirit of God on it. So when James tells us to anoint the sick with oil, when we anoint them with oil, we are doing a physical act to call forth. What you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. What you loose on earth will be loose in heaven. First comes the natural, then comes the spiritual. So first comes the natural, where we apply this anointing oil, and then comes the spiritual, the healing, the promises we've been given. And we even see in the Old Testament, Jacob anointed a rock with oil. He anointed it, covered it with anointing oil, and he called this place holy. It was a holy place. He gave it a name that had God's name on it. Now, we've all been chosen. We've all been predestined, foreknown, elected of God to receive and inherit this gift of salvation. So when you say anointing, you cannot separate these people that always talk about gifts and talents and try to make this whole weird debate. But quite simply, everybody has gifts, everybody has talents, but those gifts and talents without the anointing are just used for secular devices, really, and they don't amount to anything in the eternal kingdom realm. So they don't have eternal value. So if you have a gift or a talent that you use to serve the Lord, it is anointed because it is covered by the Lord, it's for the Lord, and His Spirit will be in it, with the exception of secret sin and misunderstanding God's will and certain other things. So what is the anointing? It's being covered by the Spirit of God. It's belonging to the Lord. It's His Spirit filling and indwelling something or somebody to glorify Him, which is our ultimate call and purpose in life. So pray for the anointing, because the anointing is the only thing that will destroy yokes. Everything else might impress people, some people, but the anointing is the only thing that can destroy yokes, because it's not by the power, not by might, but it's by the Spirit of God. If you want to learn more about the anointing, check out this mix I did of a 4-minute preaching sermon over a beat by my man Perry Stone. It's called The Anointing. Use YouTube crossover anointing, and you can check it out. He goes in, and it's off the chain. I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace out.
See you next week on the 2-minute drill with Jay Ham.
He could go all the way. We need to be delivered by the power of God.